I like that.
And the other thing too is that there's like a early Metallica was very punk and metal fusion. You know what I mean? Like, and then I was there. I'm old enough to know what it was like when that was coming out for the first time. Yeah, it was coming out for the first time, and it was like everyone was like couldn't categorize it real easily because we're like, well, it's like metal, but it's fast like punk, and the attitude of it was not rock and roll sex, and like the hair metal stuff was just basically rock and roll sex stuff, and it wasn't pure punk where it was like, you know, Black Flag or something. So it was awesome to see that stuff come together, especially if you like hard music. You were just like, fuck yeah, this is bitchin'. So
yeah.
I remember all those phrases.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So that stuff going into the 90s where you then mixed it up with bands like Rage Against the Machine and then Refused. The hardcore bands kind of flew in different drum beat feelings and like the halftime breakdown, which is like a big deal in the whole 90s thing. And it was like, you know, we liked all that stuff, but all of our friends were kind of pussies that just wanted to play like, you know.
Not
Dave?
Not
yeah.
Tom Petty?
Yeah.
I like Tom Petty, but that's for a different purpose.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is like, and that's the other thing. Andy and I have been in bands where we play other kinds of music where it's more like, you know, epic rock, you know, soundscapes. Like we love Sigur Rós, we love Radiohead. I love playing that kind of music. But I wanted to specifically form a band that did not do that. And it had to have Wendy as the singer because it was just like, that seems like a formula that would be really good.
Yeah.
Dead on, because her voice, I mean, you know, it's not an insult for me to say that it reminds me of Romeo Void. It's more modern than Romeo Void, you know, and I thought of the Breeders and, you know, I thought of the Pixies and things of that sort. So, you know,
let me say Romeo Void because that was an era that you probably remember as well of being, it was post-punk kind of, they are like some people might classify them as kind of a new wave or a classic rock band of some sort, but they don't realize that she was actually pretty punk with her attitudes and her message.
Yes.
You know, that's the idea is like, you know, Wendy I always like to say she's got a chip on each shoulder. She's pissed that, you know, at people that are trying to hold her back, and especially for being a female, like she's just like not having it. And it's a punk attitude. It's not a sexual revolution attitude where she's just trying to say, I can do whatever I want with my body.
Miley Cyrus comes to mind.
Yeah.
Which is just, that's a fundamentally rock and roll thing where it's like, fuck you, mom and dad, I can have sex if I want to and I'm not going to go to church or whatever. Like that's kind of the birth of rock and roll rebellion.
Yeah.
Right.
But Wendy's a little more like, fuck you, you can't tell me that I'm a woman and can't do what I want to do. Like she's a
revolutionary.
It's that, and it's a philosophical thing that she has a big problem with, and she's going to kick anybody's ass who wants to fight her about it. You know?